whatever position you take. You know what I mean? Productive, progressive, industrious, or, if you say militant, whatever you're about, be that. But I'm just saying the determination that comes from somebody who basically say, yo, enough is enough. I see what's going on out here. Nobody's that sleep to not recognize, what's going on. And I'm just tired of it. It got just going to be what it's going to be. That's what I got from the start. I mean, for sure.
Right. And the other thing is,
and also, my fault.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and also, it's wise to ask for those types of things because it's documented where people have, all they do is order some lights and they have fake police cars. You know what I mean? Costume on and everything. So she was not in the wrong, for inquiring more into who was this being that was trying to talk to her.
But
she wasn't in the wrong.
Make clear too. I think it's kind of interesting because, like you said, she never said anything about declaring her nationality or whatever. She was just coming from a perspective of law, because what we have to understand is that the Constitution is designed to protect everyone's rights, regardless of what nationality or however. You've got to claim a nationality, because without doing that, then you are, you're floundering. You're stateless. You don't honor your own mothers and fathers, so therefore. And that's nothing against with her, but the fact that these sheiks and grand sheiks came out talking about, what's a delegation of authority, it wouldn't matter who was asking for it. The fact that they didn't know what it was, or the fact that they're trying to put something on us to teach people about a delegation of authority, which is in the, and it happens to be with someone who didn't even bring that to the table in this incident with the sister. But at the same time, how can they ask what that is? That means they didn't read the Constitution and they don't know, and they're not studied, and that's why they're never going to be able to effectuate national principles or have anything to do with a birthright to nationality. They're doing some other stuff, which is based in infiltration of the entire divine and national movement of the world. Islam.
We might want to take some callers, man. It's a lot that's been put on the table. Also, shouts out to Rami in so-called California territory. We are screaming for multiple Moors around the world right now, and I mean multiple Moors, including Rami. We're on all of Facebook, all the social media right now. Are tuning into the Amazight Bey show, and I'm serious when I say this. I want to send a shout out to all the Moors that are screaming to get this information out to all of the family around the world right now. It's live on every social media. Everybody is re-screaming, retweeting. So if we got any callers that would like to ask a question while we have time, for the little time that we have left, go ahead and press 1 on your telephone pad. And I want to thank the panel. I want to thank the mothers. I want to thank the sons. And I want to thank everybody because we are family and we just have to put it on the table, people. It's not a game. Nationality is the order of the day. So we have the first caller right here. What's your appellation? Area code 313. Welcome to the Amazight Bey show. I am Amazight Bey. I am calling from Northwestern Maxim. Islam, are you there, caller?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you have a question? What's your appellation? Where you calling from?
Yeah, how you doing, bro? Peace to everybody. I'm calling from 313. I'm Low Hill Bay. Want to give an honor and respect to everyone, and spreading that knowledge on the panel. I want to thank you because you guys gave me a light and gave me a light, and I've been on that tunnel searching for myself and doing my own thing. But my question is to Mother Roz, and because I'm dealing with personal situation regarding my mothership. She was a victim of mayhem by a corporation, which you know of as a hospital. They took her arm. She went in the hospital for a stomach pump, and she left out with her arm missing. And it's been over 3 years, and I've been seeking how to help my mom and she doesn't understand. I talked to her slowly regarding nationality and being a proper persona, but at this particular point, I've been learning. I've came into my own, and I've been dealing with the corporation. Trying to deal with the corporation myself, and this is I'm coming to some stumbling blocks because this is my mom is suffering from so many mental stress issues and as well as physical, and it's coming down to me, and she thinks I'm crazy. She thinks the law firm is pushing in her head, telling her that I'm crazy because I'm trying to let them know that the complaint letter my mother needs to be a natural flesh and blood person, and she needs to be a proper persona. The only thing they can do is contract with her and helping her resolve her issues, not represent her. But at this particular point, they've even the corporations called some race soldiers on me and into my mother home, and I feel personal with the sister Corey Gaines because that could have been me. I was out of town, and they sent three police cars to my mother's domicile and searched her home illegally and unlawfully looking for me. And the only thing they were going to do, and that was because of me standing up for my mother. And the corporations worked together, so I know they made some phone calls and did what they wanted to do. But my question is for Sister Roz, because you're a mother, and your mother, and even your son, because I'm sure he would do the same for you, and he would go to battle. And I'm at this particular point. If my mother will receive remedy, and my question is there any other steps that I may need how I may have to go about it?
Yeah, well, one of the things, let me just make clear something. You said that even your mother, and this is unfortunate, it may be hard for you to receive because of your earnest efforts, but even your mother thinks that what you're doing, she doesn't understand it, right? You did say that earlier, right?
Right.
Okay,
right.
Well, that's where your problem is. Let me explain to you. That's where the problem is, and that's also why we also reach out to the sisters, because the condition. This is a little off of what you're saying because it's reversed, but the condition of the child is based on the mother. So the situation is that that if your mother thinks that doesn't get this, they're going to use her against you. I'm sorry to tell you. But that's what they do, and it goes in reverse as well. If the mother was conscious, then they'll find if the male in the house is unconscious, they'll use him against her, and that's another way that they take baby, because the sons think the fathers of the children or whatever, that they're going to take the child away from the mother because the mother's unfit. They don't know they're being played, because it ain't going to be but for so long that they realize that they're still under that the son, even with the child, is still under the jurisdiction, because he even went to them to try to solve because your mother doesn't want it. You can't do it. She has to be in that condition. If she was in that condition and you were assisting her and she was in the knowledge base, then it would be a powerhouse. That's why we're telling mothers, bring them babies out. They're coming out anyway because they're their ancestors' return. But you can't. There's nothing that can be done because she's resisting it herself. I was going to answer Anita. I know I trust she's still on the line. When it came to the hospital, when I first heard you say that she went in for a stomach pump, and then she came out missing an arm. I want everybody to know, do not be surprised about that stuff. That's the kind of stuff that's going down. That this is what they do. That's why we try to stay out of them supposed hospitality institutions. So That's my take on it, that it'll be awfully hard. And whether your mother realizes it or not, because of her position in this, they're using her position to come at you because you're trying to do what's best for her and sue them or whatever like that. And, of course, they do work together, and they don't want that to happen. And your own mother is not going along with it, and it's about her, and she doesn't get it. So, no, that could be you. And, Sister Annie, did you want to make any other comment about what happens in the hospital room? I mean, the hospitals, because I know you used to work in them, actually.
Yes, I did. Our people have been totally, it wasn't too long ago, and when I say not too long ago, like the late 50s or 60s, we couldn't go into these institutions. Many women was and it was to our benefit. Many women was having babies in ambulances outside the hospital in the street because they wouldn't admit us. But because of that, many of our babies lived and was unregistered. Once they they got the hospitals on board to get kickbacks and they were not obligated to pay any taxes if they would get all of the babies born to Asiatic women to sign these birth certificates. In addition, I can tell you for a fact, all of those tests, all of those normal numbers that they give you in these institutions, they're not for Asiatic bodies. They are for modern European bodies. So when you go in there and they say, oh, you have high blood pressure, that's based on modern European numbers. When they say, oh, your sugar is this or that, that's based on modern European numbers. That's why if you check it out, most of our people, when they start taking that, well, they call it insulin, but really what it is it comes from the pig's intestine. If you're taking insulin, you're receiving pork, which as a Moor, whether you're conscious or not, we are not supposed to be ingesting in any shape or form. But they have learned to use us to get things for them that help them. That's why you'll go in there for a little cut, and they'll take like 3, 4, 5 vials of blood. They're always trying to get your DNA. They don't care. They literally don't care about us walking through that door. When we walk through those institution doors, that's all we are to them is body parts and DNA that they don't have. That's it. That's it. And they don't mind charging you to get your stuff. They're not going to help you. They're not. I've gone through it with my mother, and I'm going to tell you right now, my mother was in there. They were trying to tell her that she had cancer of the colon because she took Via, and when Via came out, the label says internal bleeding without warning. So she had internal bleeding from the Via, but they did this test, and they said, oh, no, the bleeding was from the cancer that you had in your colon. That didn't happen. They ended up snipping a piece of her colon out of her. Do you think they threw that away? When women go in there and have babies, you think they throw the placenta, which is the fact that the baby comes into, away? I can tell you for a fact they don't throw that away. They will take that placenta, and when one of those modern Europeans has surgery, they take that placenta and they put it in the open wound.